just being a broken human being, having worked since I was 10 years old and having no boundaries or understanding that I could ever stop. And and I think that's a healthy thing about you and your approach to work. Although you did suggest maybe taking a couple weeks off in August from the podcast. I said, what are you, nuts?
Just two.
I was like, this is the most lucrative side gig ever, Ben. Stop it.
Yeah, that won't be happening again. That won't be happening. You're going to see the headline soon, folks. It's big news.
Big. I would love your opinion, honestly, about this. So, but I respect, when you guys were having Ruby, you wanted to make sure that you took some time off, and you even took time off from emails. And I know how hard you work and how many businesses and things you have going. And I think that's really healthy. And I'm much less able to do that. And so I'll tell you what happened. So I've noticed over the last 2 months, and I've been auditioning and booking jobs and getting close to jobs for almost 30 years. So I'm really used to it. But the last 2 months, it's been really getting to me. And I think it's because there have been a couple auditions that I got violently close for. Basically, you're the guy. Actually, you're not the guy. Which is, when you feel on that 1 yard line and you've got the people calling and you're starting to see the signs where they're checking availability, all these things. But one case in particular, it was a day before Paige was about to give birth. And I got an audition for something that was really good, really high end show. And they were like, they really like you for this, but you got to put the audition on tape today. So I just scrambled and I got it done. And I literally get a text the morning before Paige is about to go into the hospital going, just wanted to let you know to go into the weekend, they loved your tape. And I said, oh, what a nice thing to get. Great. I can feel good. Now let's worry about Meyer and Paige. This is wonderful. I'm in the delivery room 30 minutes before she's about to give birth. I get a text. They loved your tape so much they want to test you on Tuesday. It's Friday night. They want to test you Tuesday morning, which means you go in and you read against the person that they're now going to do the chemistry test with. So either your spouse, your partner on the show, someone you have to have good chemistry with has already been cast, and they want to see what your dynamic's like. Mm-hmm. But my phone should be off.
Yeah.
But I get this text, and, it's not taking anything away from Paige. Paige is there, and it's all set. But I see this text, and I'm like, Tuesday morning we'll be home from the hospital.
Yeah.
I wish I had just said, I'm so glad they liked it. And if they want to offer me the part, which didn't shoot for 6 weeks. So I knew that if I did get it, I could do it because it would have been enough time away. I'd love to do it, but right now I can't. It's going to be our third day and we're just going to get home from the hospital Monday. But I go, let me see. Let me think about it. So I ran it by Paige and I said, if I have to go for this audition Tuesday morning, would that be okay with you? We're going to have plenty of coverage and it'll be an hour and I'll be back home. She was like, of course. So I did. And that whole weekend, I'm in between running and doing stuff for Paige in the hospital, I'm running my lines, walking the hallways of Cedars-Sinai. And I went for the audition Tuesday morning on 2 hours of sleep and basically spent a week waiting to hear, which is kind of a good sign because they're debating you and they haven't decided right away you're not the guy, and it didn't go my way. And I've now had that 2 or 3 times over the last 2 months. So it's all great to get really close to things. But I think it's hurting me because I'm not protecting myself and going, I've got a newborn baby. I got 3 kids. I got a Ben. I got the good guys. I got the morons. Thank God, Baruch Hashem, I'm taken care of. I don't have to sweat money in this moment. And maybe I don't have to fucking worry about auditions. I think it's hurting because I'm not honoring where I'm at and being let off the gas, Josh. Maybe you don't have to run at every opportunity. It's not always feast or famine. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that the second that you do what you're saying you should do, which is take a step back, prioritize, and be thankful for what you have, you're going to get the biggest thing ever. That's the way that it works. It's so, we've spoken about it before, and no, I'm not Jay Shetty, that one commenter on TikTok can eat my ass. I am accredited to give life advice. I I think that when you stop chasing things, they really good things end up happening. Like I don't know. I think that if you're really, 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 really close and you're focusing in on it, uh, it will come. And that's not to say that you should be declining opportunities. You miss, what is that expression? You miss all the hits that you
Yeah.
don't take at
You
bats
miss
or whatever the fuck
100%
it
of the
is.
shots you don't take. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, because that's true. If you're not
You
even in the
miss
room,
100% of the bites you don't eat. That's us.
that's
That's our
us.
saying.
You you don't like if you're not in the room, they can't see you, right? So you have to be active enough that you're still on their radar. But yeah, I feel two ways about it. When I thought for a second that you didn't audition for an hour on Tuesday, I was a little sad. So
Really?
I'm happy that you did it. Yeah. What I would have advised is don't answer now. There's going to be no difference if you answer them the next day. And if you answered them the next day and they were like, you lost it, then there's nothing more you could have done.
Mm.
Like your wife gave birth to a child and your phone was off, exactly as you said. So never let it take away from your moments.
But you would have passed. No, you would have said.
I think that if I received that message, it was local.
Yeah.
If I received that message, immediately I would have said I need to pass. So I hope that what I would have done is I would have not responded at all, not thought about it, and woken up the next day and seen if I felt differently.
Mm.
My gut, 1,000% in the moment would have been not right, not happening, no good.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. It'll come, Josh.
Oh, I'm not.
It'll come once you stop chasing it.
I'm not worried about that. Like what I'm worried about, or I think for me it was because I've been
You're focusing on it, and you're saying that you feel like maybe you're not. Are you saying that maybe you're not present as much as you wish, or you're not as thankful as you should be because you're chasing it?
What I'm dissecting is why I feel it's been hurting more the last month or two, and so I'm like, what is different? And I think it is that thing where, because I turned down that really big gig right before Paige gave birth, and then all of these things have sort of come up. But the truth, if I'm giving you my capital T truth, if I had to leave now to go to Toronto, to go to New York, to like do a job, it would have been hard over the summer to do that.
Totally.
It would have been impossible. I couldn't. Now,
100%.
as Meyer gets a little bit older, and this fall, this winter, casting directors, if you're listening, no, I'm kidding. It'll be much more manageable. But I feel so lucky that I got to spend July and August picking up Max and Shai from camp and being with Meyer and Paige. And I guess I wish I had just sort of like been able to let go of chasing anything over these 2 months.
Totally.
And not let that pester me in the back of my head of, oh, you're not doing enough. That's what I'm saying.
Totally. I hear you. You are doing enough. And I think that the second that you acknowledge that, it'll book. It'll hit. It'll hit.
Yeah,
Too
I'm
close.
not worried. It always does. I just don't want to be like, I don't want it to affect my state of being, my essence,
only thing,
my aura.
The only thing that I can compare it to is I only talk about like the rosy things in Spritz society, but having a business requires raising money and being low on money and needing to pitch investors. And sometimes like macro market trends, like money dries up, even if your business is amazing. And I'll pitch, there were times, I don't know, I would pitch 25 people a month and they were all no's, or I'd get really, really, really close with like, they call it a whale, like somebody who could give you $5 million as opposed to somebody you chase like 100 people writing 50K checks. Like you get one whale. We pitched like 4 whales and they were all right there. Oh, sorry, not the right time because I can put $5 million in a treasury bond and get 5%.
Sure.
And then the second that I stopped, I was like, okay, I can't do anything more. I did it. I can't do anything more. A whale fell in my lap. It just happens. I don't know. Like when you're chasing it and you're so hyper focused on it and you can't see anything else, it just doesn't happen. That's at least my experience. with everything. Everything that I've ever wanted, if I actively went after it, I never got it. And then things so passively. This podcast is a perfect example of that. We did it passively for 3 years. I didn't say I wanted an unbelievable podcast and an unbelievable co-host where we have great chemistry and it just is easy, but like we have a great community. It just happened.
There's been nothing passive for me about this podcast, Ben.
It was passive for you. You didn't expect this. You didn't expect this, okay?
I'm active. No.
You didn't expect this, Josh.
No, it's awesome because we're magic.
We're magic.
We're magic. Two Jews, both big and tall.
I don't mean not doing work, to clarify. You still need to do work, but it doesn't need to be your only, like, this podcast needs to be successful. No, you record the podcast, you promote the podcast, you do things, and then it's successful. Not looking at the end result. I booked the gig. It's like, am I a better actor? Am I relaxed in auditions? Am I doing all the things? Not booking. Yeah, you get it. You get it.